Good day, ladies and gentlemen. For today's topics, we will be having converting fraction to decimal, converting fraction to percent, converting decimal to fraction, converting decimal to percent, converting percent to decimal, and lastly, converting percent to fraction. So for our first topic, we have converting fraction to decimal. So let's start first with our given. So for number 1, we have 2 over 5, which equals to 0.4. So you might be asking, how did I get 0.4? Don't worry, I'm gonna show you. I want you to go grab your calculator and input 2 over 5 and then press the equal sign and then press this sign and then 0.4 will be there. And for number 2, I want you to go grab your calculator again and input 17 over 20, press the equal sign, and then press this sign again, and then 0.85 will appear. And then for our second topic, which is converting fraction to percent, so we will be starting with 2 over 5, which you have to turn into decimal, and then when you turn it into decimal, you just have to move the decimal point 2 times to the right. So after moving it to the right 2 times, you will be removing the 0 and placing a percent sign, which will give you 40%. And for number 2, 17 over 20, you have to turn it into decimal and move the decimal point 2 times to the right. And after moving the decimal point 2 times to the right, you have to remove the 0 and place a percent sign on the right side of the number. So that will give you 85%. And now for our third topic, which is converting decimal to fractions. This topic is really easy and it's just basic math. So all you have to do is input 0.4 in your calculator and press the equal sign, which will give you 2 over 5. And for number 2, you just have to input 0.85 in your calculator and press the equal sign, which will give you 17 over 20. And for the fourth topic, converting decimal to percent, this is the same thing as we discussed on the second topic. So what you have to do is get 0.4, move the decimal point 2 times to the right, and remove the 0 and add a percent sign on the right side of the number, and that will give you 40%. And for number 2, the same thing, you get 0.85, move the decimal point 2 times to the right, and remove the 0 and add a percentage sign on the right side of the number, and that will give you 85%. So now for our fifth topic, which is converting percent to decimal. So let's start with our given, which is 40%. So you have to get 40%, and let's say the percentage sign is the decimal point. So you have to move the decimal point 2 times to the left and add a 0, which will give you 0.40. And for number 2, you just have to get 85%, and let's say again that the percentage sign is a decimal point. So you have to move the decimal point 2 times to the left and add a 0, and that will give you 0.85. And for our sixth and final topic, which is converting percent to fraction, so you might be asking, how can I turn 40% into fraction? So I want you to grab your calculator again, input 40 over 100, and press the equal sign, which will give you 2 over 5. And for number 2, I want you to grab your calculator again, input 85 over 100, that will give you 17 over 20. And that will be our final answer. I hope you liked the video and found it interesting. Please leave a subscribe button and thank you for watching.